just say starting tomorrow, musicians don't get paid. Man, you will see so many folks jump church, man.
Hey, big time.
So why are you there then?
Listen, man, let me say this. This is what's relevant, man. Is that music brings people to the house of God. I don't care how many.
I disagree, Butch.
Let me say this.
I disagree.
Let me say this.
All right.
Not in totality. And I'm in agreement with you saying that. Not in totality. This is what I'm saying. I mean, there's ministries that pass out tracts.
Yeah.
There's ministries. I mean, you have to do the groundwork.
Right.
But let me explain to you this. What I'm saying, maybe I shouldn't have worded it like that, is this. Ministry itself ain't between four walls.
True that.
Ministry is in the streets. Because if you look at it like this perspective, Jesus went in the temple, what, 2 times? And both times he brought correction, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So here it is this, man, is that I feel, and this is just me personally, is that music or worship ushers in the Spirit of God.
Right. I agree with that.
So if James, wow, since we're going here, man, if you take Solomon, man, out of 1,002 songs that Solomon had written before he gave it over to David, you take 232 brass players, is that this was their sole job, is to prepare music for the house of God.
Those were Levites.
Hello.
But see, I don't want to go here on this.
Man, go here.
I don't want to go here because of the length of the film. Right. We're talking to the musicians, and that's real.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, Levites actually was named. They was the descendants of Levi.
Sure.
So the Levites actually lived at the church, at the sanctuary. They never left.
True.
Levites was also the what would you call it, the doorkeepers or deacons or what would you call them now?
Right.
They never left.
Sure.
You know, but what I'm saying is this: like we were.
But let me ask you this:
Go ahead.
Did they get paid or rewarded for their duties? Since you own that,
right? They got paid in a sense, but not like musicians get paid now.
But this is it. This is one thing you have to look at. And I'm not one of those people that cast Old Testament, New Testament.
Right.
I'm looking at the time, and the time is, James, is this. I don't look at it from a traditional standpoint. I look at it as this: holiness is my lifestyle. Traditionalism can be cast so many different ways. You know, this is what gets me. The Bible says, with love have I drawn thee. Okay, am I right?
Right.
Okay, here it is. If you got toe-out shoes or you got lipstick on, this, that, and the other, and James, you know, most people have been in clubs and heard music at its finest everywhere else.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Man, look how the Elements have done it for years.
Yeah.
You know, with Maurice White, without Maurice White, with Philip and Verdine there. So here it is, man, is that you can't expect for people to go to a concert and pay money to a concert and they come to church free and not give them the best that we're supposed to give. See, how I've been taught and what I've listened to over and over again for years is that the church should be cast as the place. I mean, excellence, structure, everything is supposed to be encapsulated in the church heading. So my thing of it is, if you personally or somebody else personally don't feel that musicians shouldn't get paid, I may disagree. And my thing of it is this: I'm different in this aspect, that I've served all my life. So by my natural makeup, servitude is me. So it's not based upon you got to give me $1 for me to pluck some strings. That's not it. But at the same time, I got to look at the aspect my wife and my children have to be taken care of too.
Well, get a job.
That's what it is. It's a job.
But should it be constituted as such?
Well,
you know what I'm saying,
James. This element of
hold on, let me say my part. Because if every musician look at church as being a job, you know what I'm saying. That's why we got musicians jumping around to every church for $5 more. You know, there's no stability in it.
Well, see, this is it. They have no structure. They haven't been taught.
Can a holy person be a secular person, a musician?
You know something? I tell you what. The high school that I went to when I was going to school out in L.A., Bill Maxwell, who was a famous producer, played drums for Andre Crouch for years. His daughter, Celeste, we went to the same high school, Verdugo Hills High School, in Tujunga, California, right near Glendale, outside of Los Angeles. Here it was, I would sneak sometimes. If I got done with practice, made it home in time, I would go up to the Baked Potato when I wasn't supposed to be going, up on Lancashire, and I would listen to Koinonia play. Her first bass was given to her by Abraham Laboriel. So, listening to a conversation one day between Goucher, Abraham, and I want to say it's a relative of Will Kennedy's, a drummer, is that this was Abe's comment to them, is that no matter what front he's on, he can still draw people for Christ. By example, he didn't take on the things of drinking, didn't take on smoking like everybody was doing when he was doing secular gigs, but at the same time, he stated that he still pays tithes off of that money.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly, man. Because if that being the point, you could be a booty shaking rapper.
No,
see, music is music.
That's this.
Hold on, okay, let's use Earth, Wind & Fire example. Now,
stay on Abraham. And stay where you would just say a booty shaking.
Well, I'm in the same area, but I want to just change it and use Earth, Wind & Fire. Because all life, growing up, I loved Earth, Wind & Fire. Still do.
Right.
But when I started realizing what they were singing about.
There you go. That's the difference.
They wasn't singing about Christ. They were singing about Ra.
Right.
They worship something totally different. So, say if I'm in Earth, Wind & Fire's band.
Could do it.
You know, that's what I'm asking you.
Now, that's what I'm going to tell you.